39 of this course. So in this video, we are going to be creating this tab component kind of project by just using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So here you can see currently we selected like HTML, so it will now give us the title and the description of HTML. So if you click on the CSS, so here you can see it will now give us the CSS and its description, JavaScript, React, and Node.js. Okay, so this is what we are going to be building in this video. So without wasting any further time, now let's jump right into our code editor and write our code. So now let me give a name of like 039 and then give a name of like tabs. Okay, inside this tabs folder, we are going to be creating 3 files. The first one will be index.html, second one will be style.css, and the third one will be app.js file. Okay, so now let me just zoom in a bit so that we can see everything a bit clear. So doc type HTML, and here let's just change this one to tabs, link it with our CSS and also with our JavaScript. Okay, so now let me just hide this metadata from there. Right click on it and open with live server, and it will now open it with a live server right here. Okay, for HTML side of code, we are going to be creating a section with a class of container. Okay, so inside this section we will have a UL with the class of tabs, and inside this UL we will have a li with the class of tab item. Okay, inside this tab item we will have an anchor with a class of active right here. Okay, and now let's just change this one to like HTML right here. Okay, and the next thing which you have to do is to just duplicate this li a few times. So like just HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React, and Node.js right here. Okay, so let me just try it here. Add like item 1, this one will be item 2, this one will be item 3, and finally this one will be, not finally, but item 4. And let me add this pound symbol and item 5 right here. And now let's just remove these classes from the rest of them except the first one. So I'll just hit Ctrl D to select all of them and now remove it. Save our file, and this is how it looks like. So underneath this UL tag, we are going to be writing our tab content. Alright, I also forgot to change this one from HTML to CSS, this one from HTML to JavaScript, and then we have a React, then we have a Node. The next thing I'll do is I'll just create a div with the class of wrapper tab content. Okay, so that's that. And now inside this wrapper tab content, we are going to be creating an article with the ID of item 1. And now let's just provide a class to it to like tab and then content, and also a special class content visible. We are going to be toggling this class again and again for the component. Okay, so we are going to be selecting now h1 of HTML and paragraph. Now let's just check like what is HTML. Okay, so now let me just copy that from there. What is HTML? Paste it right here. Duplicate this article a few times like so. This one will be HTML, then we have CSS, JavaScript, React, and Node. So now let's just change the data inside there. The first thing you would do is you would select this content visible and hit Ctrl D a few times so that we can select it through Node. So now we can just remove the rest of them except the first one will have this content visible clause. Okay, so the next thing which you have to change is to change this one to CSS, and now we have to ask Google like what is a CSS. And now let's just copy this text from there and paste it right here. And now let's just ask from a Google like what is a JavaScript. Okay, so it will give us this result right here, which we have to copy it from here. Okay, copy it and paste it underneath there. What is a JavaScript? And then we have to ask Google like what is a React. Okay, so copy this React and then paste it in the Google search. And now let's just ask from Google, so it will give us this definition. And now copy it and now place it right here with React. And now let's just change this one to Node. Node. Okay, and now let's just copy it and paste it. What is Node? What is Node? I forgot to head in there. Alright, so now let me just copy this one from here and place it right here. Save it, and this is how it looks like right now. Okay, so everything is working the way we expect him to work, but we have to change this item. So this is item 1, this one should be item 2, then this one will be item 3 and item 4. Change this one to item 5 and save it, and this is now currently looks like. All right, so that's that. So now let me just review this HTML code because we wrote a little bit of HTML code. So the first thing we have is a section with a class of container, and inside this section we have this UL, and inside this UL we have each tab item, and inside this each tab item we have this anchor tag right here for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, and for Node.js right here. Okay, so underneath this UL we have this div with the class of wrapper tab content, and inside this wrapper tab content we have this article with the ID of item 1, and we give a specific ID to like each of these articles right here. And also we give this class of tab content, and this content visible, this will be a special class. We are going to be just toggling this class again and again. So that's that. So now let's jump right into the CSS, and now let's just style our page a bit. Okay, so let me just zoom in a bit so that we can see everything a bit clearer. And now the first thing I would do is that I would just go to my Google and just search for like fonts.google.com, and now you're gonna have to search for Poppins font. So you just have to search like pins, and you can just select this one, and now let's just select through this 400. So I've already selected this one, so here you can see it will now give us a regular of 400 right here. So now if I click on that one, and now let's just copy this import, let me just copy it from there and paste it right here. And also let's just copy this sans serif kind of font family and say bye to both of, not that one, to this one. All right, so now let me just paste it right here, and now we are good to go. So the first thing I would do is I would select everything and then just write a margin of 0, padding of 0, and color. I also forgot like box sizing will be border box, and now the color will be just 444. And now let's just select all of the anchor tags and just provide a text declaration of none to it. Color, now you want to inherit. So now we inherit the color server file, and this is how it looks like right now. Okay, so the next thing which you have to do is to select our body and then just provide this font which we copy right here. So I'll just cut it from there and paste it right here and uncomment it out, and now the font is changed to this Poppins right here. The next thing I would do is I'll just write a display of flex to all of them. Justify content will be center, align items will be not align tracks but just align items will be just set to center, and height will be 100 VH. Save our file, and this is how it looks like the UI. And now the next thing which you have to do is to just select our UL right here, or we're going to be selecting the container first of all. So now let me just select this container, and inside this container let's just give them a max width of 600 pixel and the width of 100%. So once we save it, and this is how everything looks like right now. So the next thing I will do is I'll select first of all this UL, and now you would just style that. So UL, and now let's just remove that list style, that ugly style from there. The margin will be 0 and padding will be also 0. And now let's just add like display will be flex, and justify content will be space between, not around but between. Okay, and then we have to provide a height of 30 pixels. So once we save it, and this is how it looks like right now. Here you can see that. Now the next thing I would do is I'll select this li, and inside this li let's just change the color of this anchor tags, like this anchor tag. So now I'll just do that. So I want to select like li and anchor tag, and now let's provide a bit of color to it, to like A4, 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 A4 3 times. Save it, and here you can see the colors change to this A4. And now let's just provide a little bit of hover effect to it. So let's write like LIA and hover. So now let's just provide a padding of bottom to 4 pixel, and also border bottom will be just like 3 pixel. Let me just write it 3 pixel solid, and that blue violet color. And once we hover over it, so here you can see we have this blue violet color right here. Okay, so this is it about the navigation and the body style. So now let's jump right into these, and now let's just style that. So now I'm going to just select this first one, which is that wrapper tab content, and now let me just select this content right here. And now here we are going to be providing a position of relative to it, and inside that we are going to be selecting this tab content. Here you can see the tab content will be applied to all of these articles, like article 1 have this class and all of them have this tab content class right here. So now let's just select that, and now let's just provide a position of absolute to it, and the padding will be just 1.75 rem, 75 rem, not rem but m, and it will be now equal to, come on, 75 m and 0. and then visibility, now we would just provide a hidden, but I'm going to comment it for now because we are styling it, and then 0. All right, save it, and this is how it looks like right now. Okay, so the next thing which I'm going to do is I'll just provide, oh, you know what, let me just unhide this visibility of hidden. So here you can see everything is now hidden. Okay, so the next thing which I'm going to do is, you know what, first of all, let me comment that visibility hidden, and now let's select or this H1 right here inside these tabs. So now let's just select them. I'm gonna write a tab content. Inside this tab content, we want to select that H1 for all of them, and font size will be just like 1.12 em, and margin bottom will be 0.5 em. Save it, and we cannot see the rest of them. You know, I'm gonna comment, let me just comment the rest of them, like from this place to this place. So let me just comment that, save it, and now here you can see we have the first component, and we just style this first section right here. Okay, so the next thing which you have to do is to just provide a visibility of hidden to it, the content visibility which we provided right here, this class. So now let me just uncomment this HTML code, and now we can just style this content visibility from there. So now let's save our file, and let's just select our content visibility, and this class is just provided to the first one, so you will just see this component right here, and we will not see the rest of them. Okay, so now let's just select that, we already selected them, and then here we are going to be just providing like position of static, and visibility will be visible, and height will be auto. Okay, so once we save it, alright, so here you can see we can now see the first one, and this one will be a static one, and the rest of them will be hidden because we would just hidden that right here. So let me just make it visibility hidden, and now here you can see we can now just see the first one because this first one will have the class of content visible right here, okay, inside this HTML, and the rest of them don't have that. So now if I just copy it from here, and I want to paste it right here, save it, and now here you can see we are now seeing this CSS, and we can just go on and on. Okay, so that's that. The next thing which you have to do is to just style this active class right here. Okay, so now let me just write like that, active, and just write a color of totally 444, and then padding bottom will be just 4 pixel, and then border bottom will be 3 pixels solid, and that blue kind of blue violet color, save it, and this one will be the active start. So if you just copy this active class from this one, let me just copy that and paste it right to this one, save it, and here you can see that active class is applied to this one as well. So now let me just undo it, save it, and this is the first one. Alright, so now we are done with the HTML and the CSS. So now let's jump right into a JavaScript and provide our interactivity. So the first thing I would do is I will just create a function, and inside this function we would just give a name of like get tab. Okay, and inside this get tab it will take one parameter of element. So we are going to be first of all getting the active and getting the visibility, not visibility, just a visible, visible, and also the tab content. So now let's just select like const active, and now you want to just select like document.query selector, query selector, and you want to just get the active right here. So that's the active. So now let's just get a visible, and now let's just select that like query selector, and here we just have to write our content visible class. Let me just make sure this is the active, but now let me just make sure of this one. So let me just copy that and paste it right there, and now let's remove that extra e, save it, and now the next thing which you have to do is to just grab our const tab content, and now you want to just use like document.get element by id. Inside this we are going to be first of all providing the element name which will be coming from this parameter, and then we are going to be writing the href attribute to it, and now you want to split it with the pound symbol. So I'm going to just write a pound symbol, and here we want to get the first one. Okay, so that's that. So now if you just log to the console, alright, so we cannot log to a console something because we're going to attach this function to any event listener. So for that I'm going to just remove that comment from there, and now we are good to go. So the first thing I would do is I would just grab this active, and we want to toggle this active class on it. So I'll just write like active, Okay, so the next thing which you have to do is to get our visible class and then just toggle this content visible class, which is this class. I can write it, so I'll just copy it from there. Alright, so now the next thing which we have to do is to get our element and then just provide a class list of active right here. And now we have a tab content, and now you want to just add a class list of this content visible right here. So once we save it, so this is our function, and now let's just attach this function to our document. So whenever we click on a document, so we want to make sure first of all if that matches to our tab.item of anchor tags, so then we want to just call this function, otherwise not. What I'm even saying, let me just show you the code. Alright, so document, then add event listener, and we want to just click on the document and we want to grab this anchor, not anchor but that event. So you want to check if e.target dot matches this tab item of anchor tag. So now you want to just run this function like get tab of e.target, save our file. And now if you click on the CSS, so here you can see it will now show us a CSS. If you click on this tab 3 of JavaScript, so it will now show us the JavaScript. If you click on this React, so it will now show us React. If we click on this node, so it will now show us the node right here. Okay, so now let me just show you the code one more time. Alright, so here you can see we have this function right here. We just get our 3 items right here, and first of all we are toggling these classes like active class and this content visible class. If these classes are already there, so then remove it. If these classes aren't there, so then just add it. Okay, and now we are getting this like href right here, and then we are splitting it and we are getting the first one, and we are attaching this active class to it, and this what do we call it, this content visible class to this tab content, and then we are attaching our click event on this document. So whenever we click on the document, so let me just show you that really quickly. So if you just log to the console like hello. Okay, so now let me just show you that. So if I just click on the document, so here you can see I'm getting this hello right here. So we are now attaching this event listener of click. So then we are checking the condition if this e.target matches a tab item name and anchor, which is this tab item and this anchor tag right here. So if that matches, so then we want to just run this function, which is that get tab, and then we are just passing like e.target, that specific target. So if we click on the CSS, so it will now show us the CSS. Then if we click on JavaScript, it will show us JavaScript, then React, and same will goes to the Node.js. Okay, so this is what I want to show you in this video. So I guess this video will be a bit helpful for you if you want to use this component into your own project, so feel free to do that. Alright, so that's it. So now if you guys don't know about Git and GitHub, so feel free to skip this video and jump around to the next project. Otherwise, if you already know like Git and GitHub, and also let me just check it one more time so that everything is working. Alright, so this is cool. And now if you want to push your code into your GitHub repository, so then join me. This is what I'm going to do right now. So we are now working on 39. In the next video we are going to be jumping into the 40 project. So get status of 39, get add everything, and then get commit -m of tabs project. Okay, this is what will be our commit, and then get push everything to the main. And if we hit enter, so it will now just push our code into GitHub repository. Alright, so that's there. So now let's refresh it and check for our 39 tabs. So if you click on that, so here you can see we have our JavaScript code right here. Then we have our index.html code right here, and then finally we have the style.css code right here. Okay, so I guess that was it about today's video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.